We call it Callie's Corner, and it's presented by SeatGeek. Take it further with Will Levis. How do you evaluate him and consider him to have stacked another good performance when the game was just so out of hand so quickly?
Kept fighting in there. That was one of the things. He kept finding ways to move the team, and we scored a touchdown at the end of the half in the 2-minute drill. We come out and we put ourselves in two field goal spots. Again, those are moments though that had we gotten touchdowns in those spots, maybe we got a whole different second half on our hands, instead of kicking 2 field goals in those drives. But there was a lot of good things. I mean, it's the most probably drop back passing that he's been put through in a course of a game, and we dropped some balls, which was disappointing. And the protection's hard when you're just dropping back, and you got to get guys out in the pattern. And so we had some protection issues as well. But just to see the way he fought, he found completions, he's playing on time, he created a couple plays, still working on that part as, the feel in the pocket and getting out and creating more when you have opportunities. But I thought it was another solid game for him, just doing the things that you just want to see a quarterback do. Wasn't a winning effort overall, but just if you're just talking evaluation of growth, I think there was more of that again this week.
So let's now turn to this week's opponent, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Their quarterback Trevor Lawrence suffered a concussion in Sunday's game against Houston. Mac Jones came in and played pretty well against the Houston Texans, all things considered. What does Mac Jones bring to the Jags offense?
Played quite a bit of football over his first couple of years, and you see that. You see a guy's got some skills and some talent. He's played good college football. He had some good, he's had a really good, first year, I think, in New England. And there's some things about him that, that he's not a throwaway. He's not just, he's not some bum off the street. Like, Mac can play football. And they got good weapons there. They got good talent in Jacksonville, and they haven't put theirs together for whatever reason, but their record's similar to ours, probably for a lot of the same reasons that ours is not great either. And so we're gonna have to fight like hell to be able to go try to get a win at home here against a divisional opponent.
Ryan Nielsen is the defensive coordinator. He's just come over from Atlanta. How would you characterize the Jags' defensive style since we haven't seen them yet this year?
They got an aggressive style in the secondary. They'll press. They like to play a lot of, you can call it man coverage if you will. It's got a very loose term, but they do a lot of things where they're trying to challenge receivers. And they got good talent on defense. I mean, they played pretty good yesterday against Houston as well. And that collection of players, the rushers, and then the scheme is one that going into the year, I felt like was going to be a really good pairing between him and that scheme and the players that they had there. And so I think they've had ups and downs just like everybody does during the year, but there's a lot of things about the aggressiveness of the scheme, the coverage aggressiveness that is good, and it's hard to play against. I mean, we had a hard time playing against them in Atlanta, a couple years ago, even in the preseason, just the aggressiveness of the scheme. So I think it's a pretty good pairing, and again, they've had their ups and downs too, but they got talent. It's a good scheme.
For more of our conversation with Brian Callahan, we invite you to enjoy the OTP. You can watch the OTP on the Titans YouTube channel or at TennesseeTitans.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the OTP wherever you get your podcasts. There is only one official Titans podcast, better known as the OTP. Stay tuned. More Titans All Access right after this.